Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, patch 7.0 MSQ, or a Main Scenario Questline, or a Main Story Questline. In the last video, we were helping out with a train, and then a lot of things happened at once. There was a mysterious faction which has invaded the capital, which is being commanded, I assume commanded, by a cybernetic Zarul Jaw. So the firstborn has killed his father. Has killed Buklamat's father, Korna's father. And yeah, I guess right now we're just picking up the pieces. So we are starting with Alice. Pick up the pieces. Alice regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. We have seen something similar. It was in the Dead Ends dungeon. As far and wide as you've travelled, though, perhaps you've encountered something familiar before, something similar before. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Zarul Jaw's new powers. Examine a fallen soldier. Three bits. Alright. Corpse. Helm. Hi. You're supposed to be inspecting the soldier, remember? Soldier's corpse. From a distance, it appears to be a simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. In the place where eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange symbol on the front of this helm. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. So, what do you think? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any sign of a power source? So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery, rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? We have. In the sky, deep cenote. The palace are made of stone too. Let's not be an idiot. That's right, the glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. And while the soldiers are a different colour, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let us share our observations with the others when we gather at Sun Perch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. can see the stone bits, can't you? At least the stone-ish bits. Sun perch. Alright. Oh. There really should be an ether right up there. Looks like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Greetings, everyone.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. thanks to Wuklamart, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested, but based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold?
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past, and
it led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
earthquake?
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different. Baby? Now hold on. Why would you...
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliyollal. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers look like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
We're going to find out. This looks like a job for the Science of the Seventh Dawn. No, we're going to find out.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zeralja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Huh. I need to know which shards are still alive. That is a good question. FF14 shards. As a result, only the 1st, the 4th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 11th shards remain untouched. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 9th shard. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I struggle to believe I am from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Surely not. Ishtola would have noticed. Gods, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. Graha, my boy! I'm indebted to Ojika for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. You're going to be in my trust party. Another reflection encroaches upon our own, but how and why? Please be safe. We'll find a way to breach the dome, and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Zeral Jar caught me unawares, but I have no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded if it were anyone else. Who would have thought him taking that key would lead to all this? This task of reflection, or this talk of reflection, is perplexing, to say the least. I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming this crisis. I know what I have to do now. Yeah, we have to kick a cyber lizard's ass. Da, 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 da. Some dialogue. Aye. Together as one. Before investigating the dome, Wukalamat wishes to see one important matter. Alright. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. We need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us? Do I have a choice? While you handle that, Erenville and I will see to provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must know there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy, Alice and I will split the rest of the city between us. And some dialogue. Alright. Some dialogue. I have a mind to inform Fakwin and Uriangia as well, but they may have already left Tural. You never know, they might be on the honeymoon. I shall have to examine one of these mechanical soldiers later. I was going to say, where's the exit? Search for distressed citizens in the Resplendent Quarter. Alright. Alright, Resplendent Quarter. Good night. There we go. Where... Yeah, there we go. Dumbfounded farmer. If Tuliulal falls to the enemy, what will happen to us, to our homes, our farms, everything we've worked so hard to build? Lives and communities and histories all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I heard Vau Wukalamat is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What can she and her brother possibly have to say? Really, the Dawn Servants have a plan already? They've lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on? And standing around worrying about what's to come will change nothing. It would be a lie to say I am hopeful for the future, but I will go hear what they intended to do. Alright. Level-headed resident. I still can't believe we were attacked. For a mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. Well, good thing it's not the final days. I understand Vau Wukalamat is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. This person does not need to be persuaded to attend Wukalamat's address. Alright. Sorrowful citizen. Please, leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Galul Jar Jar is slain, and yet Vau Wukalamat and Vau Kona still fight for our nation? For us? Very well, if they would speak, the least I can do is listen. Alright, where's the third one then? Would they be in a house? Be around here? No, not you. Try the houses. Nope. Maybe there was someone down here. Ah, hello. Despairing alpaca herder. It's not safe here, not anymore. I could try to leave Tyrell, but where else is there to go? You look like the well-travelled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Tyrell is beyond the enemy's reach. What of lands across the salt? I know. Even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Tyrell. This is my home, and I know the Dawn servants would give their lives to defend her. I will put my faith in them and listen to what they have to say. Search for more distressed citizens. Over there. Alright. Still at level 96. Alright. Composed merchant. I don't think I need to talk to you. Phew, the wares are mostly intact. Glad tidings for my clients. Oh, sorry friend, but I've no time to spare. Vauklamat and Valkona will soon be giving a public address, and I have to finish taking inventory before then. Given the circumstances, it must be quite important. You'll want to be there as well. This person does not need to be persuaded. Well, it was worth checking in. Paranoid resident. Hello. I can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. I see. It would put my mind at ease to learn anything of the threat we face. Alright. I'll go to the Winged Walk. Thank you. I feel better already, and likely better still once I hear what the Dawn servants have to say. Resting resident. Phew, cleaning up is tiring work. You've been busy helping as well, I'm guessing? Right now it's tough for everyone, but Tuliolal won't succumb to this. The new Dawn servants to protect and lead us will get through together. He doesn't need to be persuaded. Alright. Stockpiling citizen? Yeah, stockpiling citizen. I need to stock up food and medicine as much as I can, and what else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, miss, but I'm busy. Too much to do in too little time. There's no telling when a stone men will return. I have to get out of here. Find somewhere safe. Wow, Vauklamat wants to speak to us? Perhaps she has a plan, then. I suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Flustered citizen. Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. When those hollow devils come again, I need to be ready. Vauklamat and Valkona mean well, but they're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I don't know if we can count on them. They're having an address. Go listen to them. They're going to strike back at the enemy, so they're resolved to face this. Maybe it's too early to think of running. Alright, I'll go and hear their address. Speak of Vauklamat. Alright. Up there. Okay. Oh, poor baby. Dare I ask? It's only ominous clouds. Alright. No, nothing else I can upgrade to. Although I haven't opened these for you, have I? Hi, Graha. It seems Kyle and Aaronville have yet to return. Still busy making preparations for expedition, I assume. Did you not see Alice on your way here? No. I was just discussing the gate to the Golden City with Kettenram. He has been patiently answering my few questions. A few questions? More like a bleeding broadside of them. Took me back to me time with Galliff, it did. Charlie and scholars, I swear. Thank you again for spreading word of our address. I fear those who needed assurance most would not have been present otherwise. It looks like you brought quite a few people. Thank you. I must say, I had actually returned ahead of you, but upon hearing that you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. Yeah, that's Arce for you. My apologies for involving you all in Turali affairs. We're simply helping dear friends in need. Having travelled the lands of Tural, sharing in the rich cultures of your people, I can see it no other way. What's more, Zoeljarna's army pose a threat not only to Tural, but to the Star as a whole. We will stand with you to protect what you hold dear. Nodders. Thank you. I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine, thanks to a little encouragement from Mariashna. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever wariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. Right. We need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did.
Lamachi, are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoralsha and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're two Leolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolal! Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe. and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuli Yolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Alright, so... Where's Wuklam at? I guess she's still busy. Oh well. She did well. It is inspiring to see such diverse peoples rally as one. The people of Tural have come together for this fight. We must endeavour not to fail them. I'm glad to see so many people came. I wasn't sure how many I had won over, so I decided to keep at it. That was a rousing speech, was it not? Let's do our part to ensure that the Dawn Servants can fulfill their promise to the people. Listening to Wuklamat and Kona, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of the Quisteria in like manner, and through their deeds they answered me. The people of Tural too will rise to the occasion. This I can tell. Level 96. In Yasulani's Shadow. We're still nowhere near getting to the last ether current for that area, are we? Not yet. Not yet. Alright, I think it's best if I stop this here. And then next time we will accept Alpha Note's quest.